Hello, hello. Thank you for waiting, everybody. This is Pinkie the Housewife, and I'm gonna have to turn my phone down because it's just ping, ping, ping. Okay. Thank you, Linda Gamble, for being in the house tonight, the Pink House. We're gonna do some good old chatting about what's going on. I mean, what's going on in Huntsville. Let me just make sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, please put a one in the chat, please. I would love that if you can hear me and everything, or and see me as well. But if you can hear me, go ahead and put that one in the chat. Thank you. And thank you, Miss Linda Gamble. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, Nathan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So and I'm not, my voice is not echoing off the floors again, is it? Because, whenever I'm in the house, my voice echoes. But nevertheless, I'm here. All right? All right, thank you guys. Everybody do that. I don't know what that means. Face red, heart shape. What do that mean? What do that mean? I mean, I've seen that, and I've seen somebody said face blue or something shape, heart shape, or whatever. And I really don't know what it means. So somebody's gonna have to, y'all gonna have to help me to what that means. If anybody know what that means, just let me know. Just let me know. So, but we're all in the Pink House today. You know what? I want to test something out. Um, this slide. I just want to see. It's something I just want to test out. Let me see. Oh, it did work. Yeah, you won't believe this. I didn't know whether this was going to work, but it worked. Oh, it's going to close. Hello, Floyd Hook. Hello. Okay, let me just get rid of this first of all, because I didn't know whether this was going to work, and it did. Guys, I'm on to something. Wait now I got to know how to take it down. Let me see. Oh, let me see. I just do it. Okay. But let me see. Okay. I got it. Thank you guys. Thank you all for coming in the Pink House. We let me do this. How Linda Gamble said, good evening, Pinkie the Housewife. And love to you, Linda, and everybody in the house too. I have, let me see. Thank you, Nathan, for coming into the house today too. And thank you for putting the one there, letting me know you can hear me. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know what that means. Face, red, heart shape. Do that mean you giving me a heart? I don't know. You know what? Y'all just have to excuse me. I don't know what that means. For Hook. Hello there, Pinkie the Housewife, mods and chat. Love, thank you. I love that. I'm going to say that's a pink heart. This is a pink heart or a red heart, but thank you for my heart. All right, thank you guys. Yvette Bell, hello everyone. Thank you for showing up tonight. Let me see. Oh, Sizzling Bunny, a waving hand. I think that's the waving hand. And if anybody know what the, like I said, I know Sizzling Bunny probably knows because Sizzling Bunny don't do anything but emojis. Never speaks, just sends me emojis. So if you know what that face red heart shape means, let me know. But we're going to go ahead and get on to everything. I know somebody knows what that means. I know somebody got to know because I swear I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend like I know. But then you be saying, she don't know. No, I don't know. Okay. So, but let's go ahead and get into it. Let me see. So, hello, Miss Gamble. Okay. Miss Yvette Bell sends hello to Miss Gamble. But we have a lot to talk about tonight, okay? Because let me just say my disclaimer myself, okay? Everything is alleged. This video that I'm making is for educational and entertainment purposes only, okay? Like I said, everything is just alleged, okay? Now, let me go ahead and get into it. And also, but let me just say this. I'm going to go ahead and drop my link. So if anybody want to come up with these hot topics that we're going to be talking about today, I just drafted if anybody decides to want to come up. We're going to be talking about Martell, the Marty of them all. And thank you for showing up in the house today. Miss Phyllis Crawford, hello. She said hello to Linda. Yes. All right. But what we're going to be talking about, the Marty. You know, Marty. I don't know what's going on with him. You know, seems like he don't know when to stop. When I say he don't know when to stop, he just don't know when to stop. He keeps going on and on and on. Oh, I do want to say Miss Black Titanic, she is at her daughter's baby shower today. Okay? And, you know, she did tell everybody they're doing a water birth the last time she was on a water birth. So that's going to be her first one. And I'm pretty excited. She's pretty excited. I know Linda Gamble was excited. We all excited. Because, you know. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Mr. Marty. He doesn't know when to stop. When I say this man don't know when to stop, he don't know. I mean, he goes up to one crazy thing to another. One crazy thing to another crazy thing. I think when you ran out of options, everything you tried failed. From his upscale magazine lunch failed to his he's about to lose his job. Oh, you know, you're about to lose your job. You know that lady that was being arrested by the popo, and she had her hands behind her back, and she was dancing. You're singing, "You're about to lose your job." Oh my Lord! You know what? If he do lose his job, there's no biggie. You know why? Because he don't take care of nobody anyway. Who do he take care of? He doesn't take care of anybody. Nobody. So what do we care about him losing his job? Hello, Patricius. Oh, I know I can't say that as well. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday. Thank you. And I remember this time it is Saturday, Miss Pinkie, and to everyone. But let me just do this for a minute. He is about to lose his job. And I think in order to stay on the show, you have to have some type of storyline. He doesn't have a storyline. So I know that. He doesn't have a storyline. So without a storyline, I guess you're about to lose your job. You're right. And thank you for showing up in the house today. This is the Pink House, and we're going to be throwing pinks. Pink hearts, pink flowers, pink everything. Anything pink is okay with me. All right? But yeah, he's about to lose his job because he doesn't have a storyline. Okay? So that's one thing. And his upscale magazine, did he get anything out of it? No more than his face on a, you know, like most people have a magazine cover. They when they do the lunch, they have a big cover or something, you pull down and that's the cover, or you do something, or a big picture of. No, he had a one about the size of this piece of paper I can hold up like this here. Yeah. So he didn't have a big cover. Okay? Ms. Yvette Bell said he doesn't understand that until he fully apologized to Mel, he has nothing. Oh, yes. Actually, I've been thinking that all day today because I was thinking about things before my live, right? So I was thinking about that all day today. Until he do right by Mel, everything this is a line from The Color Purple or somewhere else, but I know Color Purple too. But until you do right, well, they didn't say Mel, but until you do right by Mel, everything he touched is going to crumble. And everything he's been touching, I mean, he had launched off so many things, and not one thing have caught. Not one thing have exploded or did anything. Nothing. His upscale, right, and you're right, Ms. Crawford, Phyllis Crawford, you're right. Until I believe this apology can't fix this, he's mentally unstable. Just my opinion. Mine too. I share your opinion. I do. I really share that opinion. But until he apologized to Mel, there's nothing. He got to apologize. He got to try to do right. Not that magazine cover didn't do anything for him. He didn't get any extra business from it. And hello, God, for coming into the house. Thank you so much for coming into the house, the Pink House. Hello, Pinkie, the housewife in chat. And yes, and you are right, Ms. Bell. Yes, he knows that. But I don't think a person with a narcissistic behavior, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not even in the medical field, okay? I'm just a housewife. But until he do right, and he have to apologize, and he got to show his actions, not just talk a game, because, not people like him can talk a big game. That's how you get all these women to give him money and buy him land and do this and do that. And that's how you get all these women to do that stuff for him, because he talks a good game. Right. And Pimp God says, hello, Linda Gamble. His two interviews, he had two interviews, okay? Didn't do nothing for him. One where he sought with the person that paid him for this interview, allegedly. And then one that Queen Sheba did, which was, that interview, it broke the record for interviews. That was a telltale sign. Melanie said it, telltale sign. That was an interview of all interviews. She got him, we'll talk about that. But his interviews, his suit line, with him walking around with these suits that look like baby suits and everything on him and everything, didn't do anything. And guys, I did drop the link if anybody that want to come up and talk as well. But the baby suit line, I call it the baby suit line, because remember, one plaid suit he had on was shorts. And please don't put this man in no shorts with them shoes that he always like wearing with no socks. We're going to leave that alone. We're just going to leave that alone. And there's the link, guys, if anybody want to come up. But also, when I say nothing works out, not even his underwear line. Remember, he was talking about this underwear line. Pit out. Most people just call it the panty line. And then did it go anywhere? No. Because he tried to get those beanbag heads, the Scots. So my, Lord, that was the worst idea he ever had too. Like I said, this man don't make great decisions. And then, let me see, Sheree, his storyline on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Them women didn't want him there. They just made a joke of him. He was nothing but a joke. The men didn't take him seriously because they didn't care nothing about him. That he was in at the party. Did you see them trying to make knives or come up? No, they weren't thinking about it because they don't want their brand to be tarnished by letting people claiming they know Martell. It's snake in the grass. Because the man fooling around with his ex-wife, doing everything he can do to take money from his kids. He don't care how it runs the mother or him or them or anything. Promoting around a woman talking about she's a good mother when she doesn't attend to the kid. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about that. But he lost his mind. He goes to this. Remember, first they're in Houston. They're in Houston. Everybody's joking around at him that he's Mr. Rogers, and can't nobody tell me this man didn't get not a smoke high, but a high from it, a big head from it, because he didn't want nobody. He had these sunglasses on. And I know he was hurt inside that Melanie was there and wasn't paying him no attention. Because all the other corrupt, scheming, narcissistic brothers and everybody else that was there, they had their wives or whatever you want to call them there. Okay, whether they treated them like crap or not, they were still there. And Melanie, he even had his wedding ring on. If nobody watched the show, this man had his wedding. Who goes too far as wearing the ring the woman that used to be your wife gave you, trying to show off, and I know he was hoping by her having that ring on, it's gonna make her come and ask him a question, or have her to come up to him or approach him or speak to him, or maybe to let him get close to her. Oh my God. Like I said, everything this man touched failed. Okay? And let me make sure everybody hit the like button? Because, no. Guys, go and hit that thumbs up. Come on. Just click it. I know sometimes we get in these lives and we forget. I know we do. Just go ahead and hit it for me. Because thank you, Cecile, for coming in. And I hope you hit the like and button coming in. I'm trying to, Cecile, too. I'm trying to get everybody to hit that like button. Because it's not matching up my pink flowers and my pink hearts and all that. It's not matching up. Oh, thank you. Somebody just hit it. Thank you. Thank you. And see, and I did put my I did put my link down if anybody want to come up, or if you want to come up, you're welcome to do so, and everything. And good evening to you as well. Now, as we were talking about Martell at the Panda's hair care and more. Thank you for showing up. And I'm trying to get everybody, make sure you hit the like button on your way into the Pink House and everything. And Panda's hair and more. She said, good evening, Pinkie the Housewife and chatters. Happy Saturday. Hand pink waves. Let's do some hand pink waves or pink waves. You know what, Candice? I'm trying with this. I think I was saying the person, what is it? Sizzling Bunny that came in. She only do emojis, and somebody was giving me the same thing, and I didn't know what that meant. So but thank you, Candice, for coming in. And Barbara, wait, let me see. Linda Gamble said, hello, Clamp Dog. Hello. And then Barbara, hey, Miss Pinkie and everyone. Yes. And now, everybody just coming in. The link is already dropped, so if you want to, or if you can't find it, just let me know and I'll drop it again if you want to come up. And because we are talking about the Mart snake pen, the snake pen, or what else can I call him besides snake pen? He's trying to be he want to be a pimp, but I don't think so. He's getting all these women in these corrals and trying to get money from them and buy my land, buy me this and do that. Oh, Belinda fell for that and she ran the other way. Once she realized, people was coming at her, she ran the other way. I don't blame her. I would run too. Linda Gamble said, Pinkie, I would co-host. I am running errands. Okay, Linda Gamble. Thank you, Miss Gamble. Thank you so much for that. And I be safe and take a lot of water out there because I hear it's hot. Even, running errands, getting in and out of the car. Yes. I'm pulling over soon. Oh, you're pulling over. You must be driving too. Everybody driving. Y'all be safe driving out there, okay? Some crazy people. Okay. Now, let me, as I was saying, Martell did wear that. I did drop the link, guys. Martell did wear his wedding ring in Houston, Texas. Yes, he did. Just trying to get Melanie's attention, but it's not working. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Melanie is not thinking about you, man. She has moved on. She's happy. She's successful. She's a boss. She's walking with God, and you walking the devil's lane, and those two do not mix. So you can just go on, buy your business, okay? The charade thing, it didn't work either. He tried everything from charade, the suit line, the wine lunch. Oh yeah, did I forget that? The wine lunch. The what was that line? Wine lunch name. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I just can't say it right now. I can't. It's like I can see it. I know it's named after his grandmother. Arnest. Is it Arnest wine? Arnest wine. I think that's it. But if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, okay? Somebody just correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? Hashtag share out. Okay. But also, thank you, Candice. But let me just say this. Everything he's touched is going to fail until you do right. Until you do right. And he is still doing wrong. When I say wrong, he's trying to get a storyline, and he's going about it the wrong way. He's got this young lady that he's trying to have that, because, he tried with, what's her name? Coleslaw, Ariel. He tried with her, didn't get no warm welcome from that at all. And who will? Who will give him a welcome from that? And Phyllis Crawford said, is Martell building a house? Saw Black Titanic commentary. Yes. Remember, okay, I'm going to, remember when he had, was fooling around or dating on the side, trying to, Belinda, right? When he was fooling with, having Belinda as his new side piece and coleslaw too. Interesting, all at the same time. But anyway, Belinda bought that land, and I think it was, I got it somewhere written down. Was it 25,000 or 27,000? Do you remember the exact amount that that land was? I know it was either 25,000, 27,000 or something. It's one of those off the top of my head. She bought the land for him. And then she later transferred the land into, I think it's his name or his mama's name, one of them. It's on one of my videos. I did a video on it, but yes. Black Titanic did, she goes out there, she's been out there several times, videotaping the progress and everything. And at one point, they did start building on the land. But in order to build on the land, you have to they pay the people, you know, the contractors, people that's out there working. And the first set that was out there working on the building a house, they had halted for a while, and then they picked back up and started building. And then after that, they just stopped. I guess because Martell wasn't paying, because all the sources of money had dried up. Okay, so now we do have someone building on it, and I think she said there's only one person out there building, working on the land. The lot. It's a lot. It's not like acres or nothing. It's a lot. But yeah, she do go out there. She was just out there over the not this weekend, last weekend. Let me pull you up, sis. Okay, come on up. Thank you, Cecilia, too. Uh,
Hi.
hello, and
Hey.
everybody. Give some warm shout outs to Mr. Stevens too. Thank you
Yes.
for coming up.
Oh,
Now,
I had to pull over. I saw you came on live. I'm like, oh, I'm getting to Starbucks in about 2 minutes. If you all can't hear me clearly, you all will
we
be
can
able
hear
to hear
you.
me in 2 minutes.
Oh, that's okay. We can hear you.
I had to
You,
hear
you
what
know
y'all
what?
were talking about.
Oh, well, let me tell you something. I don't do Starbucks because it's too. It makes me. I'm
Oh
very
no, I'm
grateful.
just pulling over there so I can be on
Oh,
Wi-Fi and
okay.
hear
But
you
my
all.
dogs love Starbucks.
Yes.
They do the doggy. They love Starbucks. They got the doggy treat, and my daughter, she loves Starbucks. Oh gosh.
When I worked downtown, I used to be Starbucks. I used to be all Starbucks out. I had two gold cards, but now I'm cool, calm, and collected.
All right. Well,
Yes.
I'm
What y'all
glad you're
talking
here.
about over here? I heard Sheree, and I saw somebody put in the chat. They think it's gonna be her last season. I can't remember what intelligent person that was. I just saw in the chat like before I got on, probably about 7 minutes ago.
Uh
I
huh.
said I was screaming in the store. Yes.
Okay. Yes, Candice. Let me pull this up. I know her audio is low right now. She had pulled over, and she said as soon as she uh, get a chance, she will be able to hear a lot clearer. Yeah, but I
Thank
can still hear you. We can still hear you.
thank
So
you
you
so
heard that
much.
this is May allegedly Sheree last season.
I hope so. I
I
mean,
hope
Sheree
so
has
too.
been getting paid for doing nothing.
Nothing.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I think all of us, and I'm not being funny when I say this, everyone in the chat, you and I, we are far more interesting than anything that all of them have done. I'm
That is
serious.
true.
I don't want to get paid to see anyone's story about their kids. I just don't. They're just like watching paint dry.
Well, you got to know, Sheree never talked about her life. Think about it.
No.
Only time she talked about her life when she was with Tyrone while he was in in the jail.
Yeah, but I don't even believe that was real because how do you date someone in jail?
Yeah. She was lusting and loving and lusting after that man. Ooh,
We only saw what they showed us, and I
showed up
think that was only for TV moments.
only for TV because during the whole time she didn't have a storyline at all. That
No,
was her storyline, dating someone behind lockup.
right. I mean, she should have been on Love After Lockup, if anything, but she's boring. And they're talking about now. Do you all think in the chat that they need to bring Kim back? I, I liked Kim for a second, but then when she
Hmm.
started talking crazy, like to Sweetie, and talking real crazy off the
Right,
wall, and I didn't like that. So
right.
that was short lived.
Yeah, short lived, and just like Sheree, short lived, because she just got a peach though recently,
Right.
right? Because she been always somebody's backup or half a peach. She never had a whole peach. It's like we're gonna cut that sucker in half for you,
Exactly. Now,
right?
what do you all think in the chat? Like they've been trying to get Sheree this time. They tried to get Sheree to be like how Nene was, where all
Right,
the girls listened to her and all the girls kind of, rallied for
right,
her. But that didn't work with Sheree because that's
No,
not her
it didn't.
personality.
You're right. That's not her personality. Uh, Sheree, nobody's going to listen to Sheree because, first of all, I do want to acknowledge Renita D. Elliott. Thank you for coming into the Pink House. And she said, hello, Miss Pinkie,
Hey,
Mark,
Renita.
and Chat.
I like that name, Renita. I expect
Yes,
class when I hear the name Renita, honey.
that
Renita
is
gets you
right.
straight. Renita gets you straight in a classy way.
Right. Right.
She will
We
come
love
in the
on your
door and
name,
she will
girl.
say, this is Renita. When she says this is Renita, you know you in trouble.
Right. Or you're in trouble when somebody calls you full name, your
Right.
government name out to you. You're in
Right.
trouble.
Yes. But yeah, now I hope Sheree isn't. But do you think that they need to revamp the entire cast? What do y'all think?
I don't think the entire cast. I do think Sheree do need to go,
I think so.
uh, and I do think some other ones need to go. Now, the new people that they brought on for this season, I really don't care much about them, especially the one that sounds like a little mouse
Like a
that
mouse.
was coming at
Oh,
Kandi.
what is her name? The one that
What's
they
her
say
name?
is fake.
Claudia? No, it's not Claudia.
No, what is her
Courtney. Is it
name?
Courtney?
What is her name? Courtney. Yes, Courtney.
Courtney. Okay. Yeah, her. I don't care much about her. I
I don't
really
like her
don't.
either.
She came on too strong and too hard
She's
for no
trying.
reason at all.
Now I agree with Clamp God. All the seasons Sheree been on Housewives. Not Clamp God. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give, in my opinion, this is my opinion only. I don't even think. I think if Sheree showed what she really liked, that we would all be surprised, and I'll leave it at that. If you
Right.
know what I mean, because we have never seen Sheree with a man. We've seen her
No.
with the fake love doctor, but if you think about how Sheree acts and her standards, the love doctor would never have been her type.
No. Sheree, right. She never had a steady man on the show. You know, like all the women sometimes bring their husbands and their
Correct.
spouses or
Never.
boyfriends to events and they go on the trips with them. She have never had nobody on nothing with her.
Never. And
And
then
she
just think
never
about it.
talks about nobody. Or she don't even talk. Her kids just started
Correct.
kind of
Making
filter in, and I
entrances.
think
We didn't
because
know about her children. We
no,
didn't know about her mother, because that always bothered me, that she had her mother in the background on the show, yet she didn't show her mom. How do you
right,
not show your mom?
right, right, because she don't want people. I think the house is in her mother's name.
Yes.
Uh, I think the
Miss
house is
Thelma.
in her mother's name, allegedly.
Yes, it
And
is. The people that looked it up.
huh?
The people to look it up.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
Barbara
Well,
said.
that's what I heard.
Troy.
Barbara, no, Troy doesn't want her around all those apps.
You know what? He did say that, Barbara, and I do really believe that. I think that's why Sweetie is gone and we haven't heard anything. I want someone to interview Sweetie, and I want to hear what Sweetie has to say. And you're right, but I think that he will love her to be around those bronze girls for a check.
Yeah, yeah, for a check. That's it. Right. Oh my God.
Because
See y'all.
they'll be around us for a check, when
Right. That's it.
when you're bronze,
Right.
But
Right.
no, I don't think Troy, because he changed everything, because Kim never had a staff that looked like her. They brought in the cook that looked different. They let Sweetie go, and everything started looking different in everyone.
Oh my Lord.
You welcome Renita Elliott, honey. Renita D is in the house.
Yeah, she said thank you.
She
Thank
will
you,
get you. She
Cecilia,
will
too.
politely get you straight. Now,
Yes, yes, yes. And
what do
guys,
you
I
think
did
about
drop the
Marlo?
link. Huh?
What do you think about Marlo? What do y'all
Oh,
think
you know
about
what?
Marlo in the chat?
I don't care for Marlo. You know what? Marlo is she keeps trying to revamp her energy, or rebrand herself or
Right.
redo herself. But Marlo, I know her life, how she came, uh, had a hard life and all this here, and foster homes and this and that, and
Right.
and her criminal background allegedly. I know all of that, but
Right.
still, she's a mean girl.
She is mean. She is a mean.
Yeah.
Marlo has always been mean. But
And
you know what? I have
what?
a little spot for Marlo. I actually think Marlo could have capitalized on women who have made mistakes.
Right. That
Because
is true.
hey, there May that don't play. Now May don't play. I
No,
always say
hello, May is in the
May
house.
don't
Ain't
play.
Pinkie in chat. Yeah, May don't play.
Oh no, and May even put what she would do to someone if someone even thought about doing. I say, see, I knew May don't play May.
We're happy to see you, Miss May.
Yes. But so I do think that she, and I agree with what Nene said. Nene said if Marlo is the most talented person or the person that's getting the most attention and all of those women are veterans, then there's a bigger problem.
Right. That is true. It's a bigger problem. And coming from Marlo, because Marlo just got her full-time piece.
Correct.
Right. So I just don't care much about her. She'll hop on one thing for a whole season. Once she hop on something for a season, she don't let it go. She's like a pit bull, won't let it go. She keeps going on for the whole story until the season is up. And she makes a problem where there don't have to be a problem to me. She makes it into a problem. Mamie said, I haven't watched the show since Nene left. I think that's a lot of people feel the same way. They haven't watched the show since Nene left. Because Nene actually, she's the one that the brainchild of the Housewives. That was her idea, and now she's out of it. And I think I was watching where what was it? Tamar Braxton and a few more people were sitting on the couch. I forgot who. Two men as well, and a lady or another. These are all people in the industry, but they were sitting on the couch, and Tamar did bring up some good points. I do want to say that she was comparing how that the black, the brown skin girls don't get as much money, storylines, not so I wouldn't say storylines, but as much push behind them or that machine behind them as the clear.
But I know why.
Go ahead.
My feeling is when Nene said that she had a problem,
okay,
then everyone was like, we're rough on each other. Everyone was like, well, you weren't acting like you had a problem. Well, and I agree with a lot of people because most of us have gone in jobs and we didn't act like we had a problem.
Right.
Because we needed our checks.
Right.
And so, bills make you not act like you have a problem, but that doesn't mean that you're okay with everything that's going on.
Right. And actually that brings what is it? Cynthia Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that interview that she did?
Now I miss Cynthia's. What did she say?
Cynthia did an interview with Carlos. To me, whenever they do interviews with him, he's too much. He does too much in the interview. But she was talking about how she missed those checks from Bravo.
Right.
She missed. She said a girl needs them checks.
Right.
Like that. Yeah.
And I do think she misses them. And I'll say another thing. Like people started that rumor that they all gave their husband 15%. That was Cynthia that gave her husband 15%. That was not all housewives across the board. And you heard Nene quickly say, I never had to give my husband 15%. And on New Jersey, they get paid. Those husbands get paid, so they don't need their wives to give them 15%.
I'm glad you clarified that for me.
Yeah, and in fact, Nene and Carlos even said it on the Nene interview. He said, "Oh, that was a Cynthia Peter thing."
because because we've been in the blogs that they do pay their spouse.
Yeah, I've heard blogs say that, but New Jersey
No, no,
husbands
no, no.
get
I'm talking
paid.
about the wives give a portion of their
Oh, that's
money
what
to
I'm
them.
saying. I've heard people say that, but in New Jersey, they get a check. They have
Ooh,
negotiated. The men, if you Google the men in New
right,
Jersey, they get a check. And the men in Orange County say they feel that their pay are the nice trips. They feel that their pay are the nice restaurants and those perks that you can't pay for.
right. Oh my Lord. And well, all of it's getting ready to come out. Everything is getting. Let me just say this.
Oh, it's gonna hit the
Woo,
fan.
it's getting ready to hit the fan because of NBC, Bravo,
Right,
allegedly.
right.
This is alleged. And
Now,
just like my opinion, your opinion, whoever's
yes,
this lawsuit. Ooh, we're gonna talk about that because that's on that
yes.
list.
So why is it that Nene said something and people thought that she was crazy just
Right.
because she does have a big ego? But truth be told, they're acting for us. They are all for entertainment purposes only. And truth be told, if they didn't have that type of ego, they would not make it on a show.
No, they
Because
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
we get them in these, on social media, beats them
Right.
down. Because look what Tisha, she couldn't even handle it and was depressed under her covers after
That is
social
true.
media.
That is true. And let me just have everybody can seem like the thumbs. Everybody, go ahead and hit that like button. Seems like it's not matching up. Can y'all do that for me? Go ahead and when you hit it, I'm gonna do a wave. I'm gonna do a wave. Yes, because it's not matching up. Come on, everybody. I know we forget. And then Clamp God. I haven't watched the show since Nene left. Also, seemed like everybody got the
Yeah, a
same
lot of people.
sentiment.
I was protesting when Nene said that we were protesting. I was one of those that were protesting, and
Oh,
I kind of feel like we have the most powerful dollars, and that
right.
if we band together, and if we would have stood together, just like if all those other girls would have walked into that office, they're not going to
Mm-hmm.
let them all go.
No,
Just
no,
like
you
how
can't. You
Carlos
can't let
and
them all go.
they're not gonna let them. You see how they struggled to get the cast they had.
Right,
Just
they
like
did.
Carlos said, confirmed that Nene saved Portia's job, that
Mm-hmm.
Nene and Kandi went in for Portia together.
Right.
Together. It wasn't, and he said it was someone else that they saved. And then Nene tried to
Yeah.
save Claudia, although Claudia talks about her horribly. Nene
Right.
tried to save her job as well,
Right.
but they just weren't interested.
Right. Ooh, my Lord. But
Yes.
there's some. Oh, I think you know how we have so much to talk about when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville, even
Yes.
when the show is not on. You still talking about it, even
Yes.
when there's no season and every other show is still going on, and it's feeding all of the bloggers and everybody, right?
Yes.
That's going to be this lawsuit.
Oh, it is. It's gonna
It's
be.
going it's going to be feeding a lot of bloggers, a lot of people with their channels and new YouTubers, everybody.
It is.
It's going to feed them all.
It is.
It's, oh my God, because I got a lot of that on a video I'm going to release, but I'll let you all hear a portion of it. But
Ooh.
I got it to release tonight, but I'm going to let you all hear a portion of it too. But
Ooh.
um, yeah, so we did talk. Let's go ahead and since we're on that talking about the suit, let's go ahead because that was the third thing. But we're going to go ahead and skip over Karson and finish talking about this because I think this is bigger than Karson. Karson is just a little tadpole somewhere in the ocean right now.
Yes.
Oh my God. Now, there's an attorney, TMZ, when things come out on TMZ,
Mm-hmm.
all this is allegedly, and just my opinion from what I heard and what I saw, okay? Um, and But TMZ, a lot of times when they put stuff out, oh, they put it out, And page six and stuff like that, when they put them, especially TMZ, because they go after the story. All
Right.
right. And there was an attorney, his name is, I want to say his name is Brian Freeman. Okay. Um, he joined TMZ on that story that they just released, right?
Okay.
Right. And with him, he said he got so many cast members, people, past cast members that was on shows before. Some was on still on the show now, So, and the allegations now, these are just allegations, nothing have been proven,
Right.
everything is until that's have to be proven in a court of law, not by anybody here. But anyway, there's pay the pay difference between the housewives in New York versus the housewives in Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference. Now, I don't know. Do anybody know what's her name? Bethany Frankel.
Oh, yeah.
She's a big deal. Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't think when she's coming out speaking, she's not. To me, I don't feel like she's doing it under false pretenses or malice
She's
or
telling
just,
the truth.
yeah, she is telling the truth. And
Well,
I
just like Nene was telling the truth, but
true.
it's just that she, of course, just like if you and I went to HR, are
Right.
going to be received differently.
Right. That is true. They're not, until somebody of clear skin walks in and
Correct.
see, then we'll believe.
It's a problem. Oh, yeah, I see what you all are talking about.
Right.
There's no
Because if
Starbucks
you
in the
doing that
break
by
room.
yourself, there's okay. We'll look into that.
Right.
And let a clear person walk in
Right.
and tell you the same story right behind us. Oh, now they're going to take action.
And they're going to take action because they are going to ban other clear women are going to ban with her, and that's not what Nene got.
Right. Right. And we're not saying Nene
It's perfect because she's
started a
far
lawsuit
from
or anything. We're not
right.
saying
Yeah,
that.
nope. But we're and not saying that Nene was perfect the way she did it. She did what she knew how to do based on that. But we don't know the animosity that they were creating, like
Right.
phasing her out. Oh, I'm going to give you 5 shows when you're the
Right.
one that pitched. Because that's the thing that the history that people forgot is that people forgot that Nene was the one that went out and pitched the show.
Yes, she did.
And people forget that Nene was the one that invited Kim and invited Sheree. They asked her who she thought would be good for the show.
Right. And Nene is the one that gave the idea to what's his name, Andy, about having
the
what's that,
reunion. Yep, the reunion.
Reunion, and then his little talk when he does his little thing.
Right, his live after show.
Right, right. She's the one that pitched all of that.
And so they don't give her, and I could see feeling a certain way about that. But Bravo has hidden that Princess Banton Lofters is the person that is Real Housewives of Atlanta, that is the creator. We don't ever hear anything think about how they've even taken Princess Banton Lofters names, where we're like, wait a minute, Princess Banton Lofters, she is the creator, the founder of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Right. But you ain't gonna see that.
They have almost scrubbed her out.
That is true. That is true. Let me just say, May, she said you have to look at the cost of living. It's higher in New York than ATL. Yes, it is higher, but you still, in my eyes, the housewives of New York, most of those are clear skin. Well, they all are clear skin, except when they finally invited a brown skin girl onto the show. Well educated, very smart, intelligent, everything. She knew her stuff. Ooh, I love that. And then the ATL, you got all brown skin.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that do play a part in that cost of living to
it
me.
does. Because they're not
Yeah,
going to say the CEO is in Atlanta, so we're going to pay him less,
right,
because you can bet that they definitely are going to negotiate better with their contracts, because if they were considering just that, May, I'll say that Nene would not have been the number one paid housewife, and Kandi would not be holding that place now.
right. And one thing about Kandi, a lot of people don't like her, but one thing about her, she knows how to make sure she gets her bags. She's going to capitalize on everything. Everything pops up. She's going to
Yeah,
capitalize
she's
on.
going to capitalize on it. Like,
But
she's not.
that's the way any man would do. That's the way any man
Right,
would do.
right,
Any clear skinned man would do that
right,
because they always think men know more than women.
right.
So any clear skinned woman would do it too. But yeah, and most people fault her for that, thinking she's greedy or she's this. No, she's just playing the playbook exactly like a man would do it.
Right.
But
But you
she's going
notice
to
what took her to do that, because it wasn't until Don Juan came to her that
right,
that occurred. So once
right,
Kandi got the right people in, which shows us with our lives and our
right.
businesses, that we just have to have the right people.
Right. And she do surround herself with the good people that knows what they're doing. And they have like she makes sure they are people that she can trust.
Right,
She
definitely.
don't surround herself with alligators and crocodiles.
Definitely. Yeah, she's not in the swamp.
Right. She's not in the swamp. And she got the money to make sure she get the best.
She does. But
Right.
once she got Don Juan, that's when we actually saw, it was actually Don Juan and Carmen. That's
Right.
when we saw some actual moves taking place.
Right. And I think, just my opinion, I don't know, do anybody else think this way? Maybe I don't know. But let me just say this. I think that Andy and even I'm gonna say CK too, CK, Carlos too, is they kind of envy or don't like her money moves. They they don't like the fact that everything time she pops up with all these great ideas and capitalizes on it. She's
Yeah,
a money making woman. She's like Mel, knows how to make the money.
right.
She's not going to let nobody stop her. Or just because you don't like the way she's moving and making, don't don't hate on her.
I
Because
get the
anyone
impression,
can
you're
change.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that impression with Andy. It's obvious Andy does not care for her, and I'm not sure why.
yeah. I don't know either. I have no idea. Let me just says exactly. And Sheree turned on Nene the very first season. Yeah, Sheree turns on everybody.
She did, and started saying her and Kim looked alike, and how foolish was that?
Do that make any sense? I think
Right,
that was just a dig or error or the biggest shade because that
right.
didn't make no sense. That didn't
Yes.
make no sense.
And Kim was obsessed about her lives. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, Barbara. Real Housewives of Atlanta, to me, everyone says those words. They put it on the map. They were the one that was waiting. People were waiting to get on their show.
that
Now
is
they're
true.
scrambling to get people,
To
and
what? For
they
sure.
are the ones. And that's why I can understand those girls getting better vacations. They don't give them nice vacations either.
Uh-uh. No, they don't. They don't. Let me just say this. Barbara O said, Real Housewife of RHOA, Bravo, big money, and Nene was a major part in that. She was, exactly. You are 100% right about that one. I agree.
Exactly.
Right. And Tasha KTN, Nene was fired from her job. Most often, when an employer fires you, you don't ask. They don't ask you to come back. The door is closed for Nene on Real House of Atlanta. Mm,
And it may be closed, but I'll tell you this: Bravo has lost some people.
Right.
And they say that Bravo actually doesn't really fire you. They say Bravo just makes your contract so bad to
If you want
where
to.
you because even with Cynthia, like they say, okay, she was fired, but yet she'll say, something different because they say they just make the contracts bad. And
Right.
that's what Sheree said. They wanted her to be a friend, and she thought she was an OG, so she shouldn't be a friend. And
Right.
so, yeah, so I do think that Bravo, they did fire her, and they thought she was, but she did the same things that, like they said, she was aggressive. Well, what about
Yeah.
Teresa pushing Andy down?
Woo!
And not only did Teresa
Nothing
push
happened.
Andy down, she
Yes.
stood there. She screamed, making animal sounds at the
Right.
reunion.
And
Carolyn, remember Carolyn said to her, I would never talk to you if I didn't know you, because she
right.
was embarrassing Carolyn Mendoza, something like that.
But they just said she was just upset or angry or something. That's
Right.
why she did
So
it.
they
And they
justified
just
it.
swept it out away.
They justify it. And she
Right. They
stood there.
justified.
She
If that
would
was
chase it.
a brown skin, oh, no
Nope.
justification in that.
Nope.
Yeah.
And do you
You would
remember
be
Andy kept trying to pull her, and he laughed about it at the end. And so that
right.
shows you the different standards. Uh,
Different standards for different people.
exactly. That's
Right.
the thing about it. They ride off of us and get the big money. We will always be at the totem pole because we
So,
don't stand together.
right. If we
Exactly.
stand together, we can make a mountain move.
It's just like Kim Kardashian. No talent. No
Right.
talent. Deserves nothing. And yet they steal ideas of others. There are so many people that they have stolen their ideas, and
Right.
people turn a blind eye like it didn't occur because it's a different set of standards. But
It's
if
a
it would have
different
been
set.
you, me, Nee, May, Barbara, any of us there, designs and decor, Clamp
Uh-huh.
God, any of us, Trish, we would all be asking each other, Renita, Phyllis, we would be asking people to send us money because
Send us
it,
money. Yeah, you're right.
it
You're
would
right.
not be the case.
Uh,
It
let
would
me
not be
just,
the case.
that is not the case for us. We got a different case.
And
But
we don't
maybe,
stand together. But you could bet with Bethany, this situation, oh, those ladies, because see, this is abuse that has been going on. Like
right.
they say, when you're making someone get drunk to come on scene, that is
They provide so much alcohol.
right. That
They
is
don't know who's
ooh,
suffering from addiction, who's
right.
have been struggling with their addiction, who's been sober. They don't, well, they do know, but they don't know that we know, but we dig
Correct.
into it knowing.
Correct.
And they, every house that they send them or every vacation or everything, they provide them with nothing but
They
alcohol.
do.
They don't do little small stuff. They do the hard stuff for them.
And
Make sure it's
they give
still.
them the best. In the chat, do y'all watch the ultimate girls trips?
I have seen it a couple of times. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
do you
Um,
remember on one where Eva and Phaedra were on, the lady said, I always laugh when I would see you all running for rooms because we don't have to run for rooms because we always have the best rooms. Do you remember
they do.
she
They
said that?
run to find the best room. And I never understood that. Why don't they just have everybody nice rooms and have their names on the door? So when they
Right.
get there, they ain't got to.
But they're the only ones, the franchise. She was saying her point was we always have nice rooms, and there you all are having to run
Run.
for rooms.
Yeah. Or they have to play a game, who do something to say who
Right.
gets what room. Let me
Exactly.
just read what May said right quick. That's the thing about it. They ride off of us and they get the big money, and we always be at the totem pole because we don't stand together.
Yeah, we
That is
have to
true.
stand together.
Cecile just said that. Cecile
Oh, and I
just
read what
talking about
May said. Look, I'm not gonna ride off of May back. May said that, and I read it.
that.
Look, we
Oh,
sisters. We sisters, we don't do that
Thank
to each
God.
other.
Go ahead and read God for
And
me.
you see what Renita said? Renita said, it's so sad some of us won't stand together.
That is true.
And like Clamp God said, exactly, Barbara. Oh, Nene brought Bravo a lot of money, but Andy coincided with Kim. And that's exactly what happened, was he started side-eyeing her because Kim had a different standard. Kim didn't have to go on vacation. Kim didn't have to show up every time they went to dinner. Kim got to do whatever she wanted to do.
And Kim got her own spin-off show.
Right.
And it was Nene should have had her spin-off show.
Yes, that's what Clamp God said. And he gave her boring show of hers. And that is exactly. And like Clamp God also said, I don't like Kandi singing, but she's a hustler. She works hard and she looks out for her entire family.
Yes,
cousin, aunts, and uncle, and she does. And
she takes care of all her aunts, her cousins, her nieces. She takes care of the whole family
with pride.
And I commend her for that. I mean, she really takes care of them. She makes sure that nobody's on the street. Make sure the bills are paid. Make sure they got a living, or she'd give them a job if they don't want a job.
Right, she's going to help them out. And if they came with her with a business plan, I bet she would help them to have their own businesses.
Right. Well, she's trying to help Sheree. Trying to tell Sheree, but Sheree's ego is too big.
Don Juan, he offered to help her out. And Sheree has this, I know. Oh, I got somebody already doing that.
But they don't ever follow through. Nothing ever happens. How many episodes have every time she talks about she by Sheree, I can't even remember the name. She by Sheree, right?
She even talks about it still.
She learned that thing so many times. The thing is probably, you're going to have to water it forever to get it to be alive again.
16 years. And at the 16 years, what does she have to show?
Nothing.
A house that's in your mother's name. You
right. And it took forever to build. And she didn't pay half of the people.
And allegedly, people in the streets think that she used Tyrone's money to finish building the house, because that's when the house came to be finished.
Right. Allegedly. That is true, when she was talking to him. And then as soon as he got on, he shaved her anyway.
When people saw him do that interview and they heard how well Tyrone spoke, no one believed that him and her were in a relationship. They thought, okay, he did something stupid, but this man would not have been looking at a Sheree, because this man is business minded.
Right, he's business minded, and he just. I think the reason he didn't really need to be on the show either, because he shaded her. If he was a Martell, he'd have been on that show so quick, and in that house.
Oh, definitely.
And not doing things, but laying around.
Definitely. And then it's so sloppy, even with the Martell thing, the way she used him as a storyline. And they didn't even make it clean. She doesn't even have common sense enough to make it clean. When you went and bought this man to put on the show, the man didn't particularly care for you because he called you his friend girl.
Friend girl, every chance he got, even to people he never met, like people he really don't know.
Right.
He called a friend girl.
And you got this friend girl, as you say, and this friend girl that you even said at the table with Tiffany that you never had a physical relationship with.
Right. And you know how I knew it was a fake relationship? The day he left that studio shoot to come and to her house, and she went to open the door, right? Mm-hmm. He had on that white suit. They did not kiss. They just put their cheeks together.
Right.
And then I could tell the energy. It wasn't like the energy of a relationship. It was like the energy, oh, you're my best friend. Come on. Oh, you're my brother.
Right. And then plus when they said that the way that they met was through the guy who used to work for Drew, who is the same guy that on Basketball Wives started mess over there with some of those women. That's the Anthony guy. He must just be hired to go through franchises and raise havoc, because he was the same one that said Sheree didn't pay him, that told Drew that Sheree didn't pay him. And that's who Sheree is saying introduced her and Martell. Now, someone who was in the street saying I didn't pay him, do you think I would be having him to introduce me to anyone?
No. Why would you want to do that? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. No.
Now, Trish, you know what? And I love that song too. I was jamming to No Scrubs. It came on the radio. I was driving down the streets of Chicago. Y'all should have saw me.
Oh,
I was like, I was doing a
video.
video. I was doing a video, y'all. And she is.
Oh my God.
But let me
Are
ask
you going to release it?
Well, in my mind, I was doing a video. Because, sometimes I do videos in my mind.
Okay.
Like I was doing a video in my mind with Jennifer Hudson when Spotlight came out, and I was walking down the street, and this guy stopped me and asked me to lunch. So my video must have been good, y'all.
Ooh,
he followed me in my building. He came up the escalator and he said, "Pardon me." He gave me his legitimate business card. It was my video.
You impressed somebody there with that video.
So Trish, so let me ask y'all, why do you all think is such a significant difference in Tiny and Kandi? When Kandi tells the story, both of them were the same. They were going broke, and they were kind of worried about, where their next check was going to come in. And we could see that she has money now, but we could see the money she has now is not what she had when she first got on the show.
Right.
Now, what do you all think made the difference in Tiny's income where she has 10 houses? Not 10, but how many she has? 7?
I'm not sure, but I know she bought 1 or 2 on her own doing because they got their own, they got their own show, right?
Right.
And I remember her buying a house too.
They know in the chat, how many houses did Tiny? Because remember when she said when we were watching
right
that
when
show,
they was doing that escape thing.
She said she had so many blenders. She said between 5
houses.
7, I can't remember.
Yeah, she did. She said she got about 7, and she don't even know how to work them all.
So what do you think made her income so different? Because it sounds like Tiny is at a whole different level.
Right. She is, first of all, her husband and with his. But once she got on once she started doing this and that, and then all the other things, she's like Kandi. But Candice, when I say Candice, on a whole different, her mind works overtime of thinking of bags, like Melanie, overtime. But also Tani is like that too. She try to capitalize on, if something is going on, she want to capitalize on that.
Right.
She's not gonna just sit there and let you just pay her.
That's true.
She's gonna take what she's doing and make more of it.
That's true, because remember she had her daughter had the fingernail polish.
Yeah, the nail polish and everything. And she made her little girl is a little CEO. She's like
so cute.
Sugar Mama.
She's very intelligent. Her and Sugar Mama could be friends easy because they're very well spoken young women.
Ooh, aren't they?
Very well spoken.
And because they got their moms are smart and intelligent, and they're not from falling around in the hood with these dirty snipe men and stuff.
And that's the key, is exactly that. And because Tip is a man that he is all about, a legacy. Building. And so everything that he talks about seems to be in that area. So he's always giving a lecture. Everything he does.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yes.
He's always, you can't ask him a question because he's teaching you something.
You can't ask him for no money
that you never heard too.
Right. You're not going to ask him for no money without him telling you where he got the money, how long it took him to make it, and to find out how you're going to be utilizing and paying that back.
You ain't getting no money from him until you got to sit there and do a lot. He treats you just like he's the bank.
Yes. Now,
Right.
do you ladies watch Rashida's show? I love her show she has. It's called Boss. I think it's called Boss Moves.
Yeah,
It
I have never watched it, but I remember she did have that. I remember the show that is Boss Moves. But I have never watched it. Matter of fact, and I like Sharita. Sharita.
yes.
I think her husband just still there because she's a boss. Yeah. But
Now,
let me just say, teacher K10, she says, Kandi been making moves. Let's not forget, she started out in a girl group,
right.
Escape, yes she did, and wrote Scrubs for TLC, and she did write that
Yeah,
song.
her and Tiny.
Right.
They
And
were
she's
they were
been
driving
making
down the
funny
street.
moves. She's always
Mm-hmm.
made funny moves.
Yep.
She knows how to write music. She knows how to
Exactly.
sing. She can do everything. Kenya's
Yep.
she's
They said her and Tiny said they were driving down the street and they came up with that song together. And that's how
right.
Tiny and her got into writing songs.
Right. And that song made them a lot of money and still making them money.
Yeah, because they wanted it for them, remember?
Right. Right. And you see, not being selfish and not having a narcissistic behavior, give it to somebody else, pass it on over, and you're going to let them do the work on it. They're going to be working it, and you still making that bag off it.
Well, they said they had not even negotiated the contract
Right.
before they played the song on the radio, but they knew, yeah, that was the biggest girl group that was going on.
Right. That is true.
So that was so true.
Yes. If anybody want to come up, I will drop the link for you, guys. If anybody want to come up and be part of the panel, May, she said because she realized what he really was doing.
What Andy was doing. Is that who you're talking about, May?
I think she.
Or
I think
Carlos
she is.
and Andy.
Maybe
Both?
clarify if that's what Andy was doing.
Because I think that's true. That she realized what they both were doing. Right. And because both of them have that jealousy, they would be jealous of us. You know what I mean? They have that jealousy.
Yeah. A design decor. I didn't know she was in the house. We just lost contact with you, Cecile, too. So let me put the link up here so she can get it and come back up. Design and decor. Good evening to everyone in the chat and Miss Pinkie, the housewife. Thank you so much. And if anybody else want to come up, you can. Now, Cecile too. She was in a car. She had went by Starbucks, so I'm not sure was she still driving. But as soon as she gets back up, she's coming. She should be back up on the panel soon. But if you can hear us, can you just see? And also, can everybody do me a favor? Can you go ahead and click the like? Because the numbers are not matching up. Okay, just do that for me. And thank you. I do appreciate all the bloggers, the content creators, and the new YouTube. Just getting your channels off. I do appreciate that. And I want to give you all a shout out. We got, if anybody do want to come up, let me see. We got Greeky, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Greeky Girls Journal. Hello, everyone. She's saying hello to everyone. And let me see. May saying no. May, let me see why you're saying no. I know it's probably on something. What day do that come on? Are you talking about the show that Sharita from Love and Hip Hop? I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about now. I haven't watched it. Okay, we got you back.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize my battery was low.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I did apologize to you. I told him you're in your car and everything.
What day does that come on, May?
Yeah. What she said, May said, what day do it come on? I'm not sure whether May.
So it was coming on Saturdays.
Come out to Sharita,
Yep, it was coming on.
Saturday.
Yep, on Saturdays it was coming on.
Okay.
But it's just starting back.
Okay, she may want to start watching it. Now Saturday, what channel, or is it Bravo? No, it's probably.
Let me see. I'm gonna give y'all all the information.
You're gonna get.
I'm looking it up now.
Okay, she's putting it up now for you.
It's okay. Boss Moves. So Boss Moves with Rashida. It's So I stream on Philo, and that's where I see it. And you all look at the episodes from 2022, because you all, when I say it's Boss Moves, she has had like Camille Rose product, and Kandi actually got the idea from her when her and Todd talked about the estate planning. They actually got that from Rashida, because Rashida invited them to her show where she had an attorney and talked about estate planning.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that.
But people thought it was Kandi's idea. Well, yeah, because Kandi didn't present. You know how it is in corporate. You got to let people know it was your ideas. I bet Rashida was saying that too. Like, why she didn't say, my friend had someone over, because that's what I would have done.
Mm-hmm.
But she invited her. Yep, she invited her over, and her and this attorney. This Black attorney, they had someone she came over and she talked to them, because she gave Kandi the idea. She went through everything they did on Real Housewives, is what I watched them do. And see, I saw Rashida before Real Housewives, so that's how I knew that's where it came from.
Well, to be honest with you, she really do need to do it. You know why? Because it's not that I say her husband sometimes do funky things when he wants to, but he's still been there. He's been a supporter. He's been there for her for many, many years and everything. But in those many, many years, he gave her a lot of heartache. So, you still have to watch out, just still. But
it's smart to do. Smart. It protects them.
Right. She got to protect herself and her kids, and also think about her mother and her kids, because you never know. You never know, because when he gets ready. But
he may want to put Miss Joyce somewhere.
That is true, because he don't care much about Miss Joyce, really. To be honest with you, he tolerates Miss Joyce,
and we can see why. We can see why.
Right. Yes, we
can understand why.
Yes, we understand. He tolerates her and everything, because he don't want that money to go. He's, you know what I say, he is like sort of like a Martell. Martell just was too dumb and stupid to take 15% when he could have had kept a whole 100% of everything. He had a beautiful wife.
Now,
beautiful,
Todd, honestly, I think Todd's at a different level.
Yes, Todd is. Todd is a hard worker.
Kandi's, he's a project management type of thinker, because remember, she was just throwing in money saying, let's do a play. And he was like, how many tickets are you going to sell? How much money did you spend to make this? So he was the one that got her into that way of thinking.
Right. He thinks of all the logistics to everything. He's not just his mind is pieces all together. And how they gonna lay out? Yeah,
and then they even the restaurant. Remember, that was his idea.
Yeah, his idea was to do.
That's true, Barbara.
I don't think she wanted to do the restaurant, did she?
She wasn't crazy about the idea, because I don't think she saw how it fit into. You know what I mean? Like, you probably wouldn't see how it. We probably wouldn't have known how it fit into her life, or the other things that she has going on in entertainment, but he made it fit.
Right, he made it fit. And then not just that, he gave jobs to all the family then. Made sure the whole family, well, she made sure the whole
Yes.
family was part of it. And it was his idea, I think, to call it the old lady game. Make sure they are part of it.
Right.
Is that
And it made them
right?
all feel, because think about, you could have called it any name, but to call it the
Right,
old lady gang was
right.
showing to me respect for her family.
That is true. Because their name is on it and they're the representatives of it, they're the face of it and everything. That's total respect for your family. That means I appreciate you and I see you. Yes. And we're all one. I
Right.
love it.
I honor you.
I love it. And you don't see
And
him running out
Barbara,
taking
you're
every
right. She
skirt.
wrote,
Hmm?
no, you don't. He doesn't run around like that, like a woman. But Peter wanted to be on a show when he was on. He actually thought he was a housewife. And that's why we don't know Cynthia's real personality, because Peter was too busy showing too much of his personality.
Right. He was. You're right. Peter was too much. I think somebody called him. Didn't somebody call him who was it?
Patricia,
Somebody
Nene,
called him. It was Patricia or was it Kent? I
Patricia,
don't know
Ben.
who. Okay.
Yeah, Nene
Yeah.
called him Patricia.
Oh yes. Yeah. Was that on that vacation? Not vacation.
Um,
Something.
I think it was the hotel room.
Yes. Yes. And I don't think he appreciated that, but he was doing too much. He was doing the most. And I think he was making his own stand. And I think that's why he went off and wanted to do those
Oh yeah,
restaurants stuff with her money. Yeah.
and the thing
Yes.
is that I think he thought that he would be more successful with the restaurants because of who Cynthia was.
Right. Right. That is true. But he was always dimming her light to me. I just didn't care
He
about
was.
Peter. He was. Her light was just
I never liked them
fading.
either. I wondered. Yeah, I wondered what
You,
it was about him that made her think that he was the one.
I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe because maybe because he was an older man and he was
Well,
you know, I think it was that. And let me just say this. Kandi wrote a few hits like Destiny's Child, Bills, 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 and Bugaboo and Pink.
yeah.
There you go. Oh
Oh,
my God, I didn't.
definitely. And Pink song, and
Yeah,
Pink put her on the map too. Pink, because that was big for her.
yeah. Oh my God. Oh, she just dropped out again. Her phone. She'll be back, guys, as soon as her phone comes back. But let me go ahead and catch up with some. She's probably still here, and as soon as you get, I'm going to drop the link for her again, just in case, if you need it. Let me see. May said, I don't like how her mother disrespect Todd. Ooh, I don't like that either. Seems like after all these years, her mother should see that Todd is not going anywhere. Todd is really treating his wife like a wife. He's not stepping out. He ain't looking at every skirt that comes along and not trying to hide a side chick around the corner or something, or taking Candace's money, paying giving it to someone else, another side chick or nothing. He's a good guy. And her mother, I just don't want to be wrong, I think. She's not gonna like Todd no matter what Todd does. Okay? It's just me. But everybody, we still love Mama Jones. Not Mama Joyce. Okay. Martell is the biggest joke. This is from Camp God. Martell is the biggest joke of all time. Lost his family millions of dollars because he couldn't control his body. What was between his legs? Yes, Lord, you said it right. He is the biggest joke, and I think he's feeling that. You can see it in his face, his body. He's not the same no more. seemed like he had aged 10 years over 3 years. You know, every time you see him, his eyes are swollen up, his face looking tired. Even his head don't even have a shine on it. You know, that bald head don't have a shine on it no more. You know, everything is going around the corner. May said, thank God. He thought Mel was supposed to be accepted except what he was doing because those Scott brothers was getting away with it. Oh yes, yes. I think yeah because like you said, didn't you say Marcel had 20 women and Maurice, you know, Maurice tried to be the one that speak with some sense, hoping Martell don't out him too. You're right. Oh my God. And let's see. Okay, Renata Elliott, D. Elliott, she totally agrees with you, May, and so do I, and probably a lot of more people in this chat. And Plant God says, May, in the beginning, I was like Candy's mom. Oh, talking about with Todd. You don't know what your successful daughter with someone that didn't make as much money as your daughter. Yeah, I can understand that. Mama Joyce thought he was just coming for the money, but she did have the money. But times have passed. Time to move on. Move on. Yep, time to move on. You can't keep it up because he even brought you part of the restaurant. Think about it. He's calling the restaurant the old lady game, and you're part of it. Yes. In your opinion, do matters in the restaurant. Come by facts. That is facts, Nene said. Come by said, Nene, I like Todd now. I do. I like him too. Matter of fact, I always did like Todd. I just did. Because I saw how happy Kandi was around him and with him. So I just took my cues from her. Although she's on the show, I just took my cues from her. She was happy, so I was happy. I don't know, did he sign that prenup? I think he did. Did he ever sign that prenup at the wedding? Because he waited so long to get to sign it. I don't know, did he ever sign it? Do anybody know whether he actually signed that prenup? Okay, until somebody tell me whether or not he actually signed it. But see, this thing's working out anyway. And I think with Kandi, I think she probably amend that or something like that. Do something for me, guys. Go ahead and hit the the thumbs up for me because it's still not matching up. It's still not matching up. Mary said, yes, he did. Oh, he did. Oh. So he said, was it at that wedding? Because I knew right before the wedding, was it at the wedding where he signed the prenup? Let me see. Thank you, Mary, for letting me know. But also, now the last thing I know, because we're going to get out of here before 7. You know, well, some people it's Eastern Standard Time, so it's 7:32 where you are, but I'm in Central Time and it's 6:32. So we won't be long. Yes, he did. Okay. Okay, he did. Okay. Thank you, Renata D. Elliott. Okay. I always wondered that, but I didn't know. And I do watch the show all the time, and I just didn't want to have to go back to find it. Yes. Let me see. I think a day before. Okay, it was the day before the wedding. Okay. All right. Also, now the last thing we already touched on Martell and his slutty. Let me just say this, because I do want to say this, and I hope Cecile to be able to, because her phone was dying out, not dying, losing its life, should I say. But anyway, we did touch on Martell, but I do want to say this before we go to our last thing, before we get out of here. with Martell. Martell is actually using that his new friend at the Stormy's party. I think he's using her to be his next storyline. When I say his next storyline, because I feel that because he didn't get the response he was looking for with Coleslaw being on the show with him for $1 million from O, which was non-acceptable, no negotiations. We're not doing that, okay? So since he didn't get that, I think now his thing is, and if you notice, Coleslaw haven't said much about it. She actually and disappeared. You know, I don't know where that child is going, but I know she come this way. Bella the Husky and my Coda, they're gonna go, my dog, they still looking for it. They was looking for it this morning. But anyway, Martell, I think this is his new thing. Although he may be behind lockup soon, but his new thing is to get some woman to be on the show with him. Somebody, and I think the woman that was at the party with him seems like they know each other. They have past history or something. Because this is the first time, he's been seen with a woman, but he got his arms all up on her and everything. Oh, and the last thing I did want to say about Karson, let me just say this. I don't know whether you all seen this or know this. When Karson Blue was at the party, Stormy party, she had her husband there with her, right? And like everybody's been saying, even I said, you don't fool with a man's, well, Martell let everybody talk about Mel and his kids. He was sorry excuse for a man. He's not even a man. He's some slurring snake off in everybody's pasture running around. Okay? But anyway, Karson Blue with her husband there. Martell walks up on him and having to say something to her, I think on the lines of, you're not talking about me or something he said. But Karson Blue husband, I'm going to just give you an example. Martell is here, okay? Karson Blue husband is here. He's much bigger. He's taller. Martell he's trying. But he's still losing weight because I think it's not that, I despise that narcissistic snake in the grass. I despise him. I really, really do. I never liked him from day one, season day one of everything. I never did like him. But Karson Blue, husband, let him know you gotta back up. Back up, little man. I'm putting it in my phrasing of, but back up. You don't talk to my wife like that. You gotta back up. Did Martell try to flex on it? No. Did Martell try to say something? No. Martell was trying to get the heck back and get out of there. And yes, and I hope we see it because if they was filming for the cast members, they did have a tent and they was filming for the cast. Okay? So I hope we get a chance to see that because Martell loved to flex on women. All these, even the two Scott brothers, Marceau and Marty, I say Marceau and Martell love to flex on women. Martell be wanting to go up on them. He be wanting to fight like he's a queen. They have to hold him back. But Marceau love to try to shut every woman down. You remember how they did, what's her name? Tiffany. Two grown men coming at a pregnant woman, even if she wasn't pregnant. And Marceau inserting himself. Sheree is a big grown woman. She know how to handle a little Tiffany. So it didn't need them. And then how he come up on Melanie all the time. All the time. He loved to come up on Melanie. But Melanie don't be backing down because she knows what he was and who he is. Okay? But he loved to come up on women. He loved to come up on women. Okay? And you have to keep, let me just say this, guys. We're all, I know I am a true heart millimeter. Yes, I am. True heart. We have to be vigilant, keep our eyes on him. Because when a man has lost everything, he had lost his family, he had lost the beautiful wife that he had tried so many times to get back. She ain't doing that and ain't going there no more. No, she know what you are. You showed your true colors. She pulled you up out of the gutter, and you tried to pretend like you pulled her up. You made her. No, she made you and gave you a life, gave you clothes, gave you everything. And then you're gonna go out and go grab another side piece that even wasn't even worth the 15%, probably maybe 5%, because she is ignorant and crazy as hell. Okay, but he's trying to make this new girl his side chicken. She's been around at several events of his. He's trying to make that his new woman on the show to give himself a storyline. Watch. Okay, you heard it here. He's going to do it. But let me say what God just said. I will be glad when Bonnie and Clyde, Tisha and Maurice, and Karson and Martell are all in jail. I can't wait. When I say I can't wait, I may have to do a moonwalk dance on that one. Yes. I may have to go and get me a Long Island iced tea. Go to my favorite restaurant and get a Long Island iced tea. That's the furthest I go in alcohol because I can't take nothing else. May said if that was my husband, he would have knocked him out. May, I'd be glad when somebody knocked him out. You know, I know we don't believe in balance, but somebody needs to knock him out. Do a Mayweather thing on him. Just knock him out. Woo! And if they do that, I hope somebody's got their phone out, their camera or something. I hope it is captured so it can go everywhere. We'll be talking about that for the whole year. That would be a year worth of talking. All right. I can't wait till that day comes. He's gonna pull up on the wrong person, the wrong man, the wrong one. And like Big Lou was just too easy. Big Lou just backed down. Big Lou could have handled it up on him. And I was so disappointed, but I like Big Lou. Okay? God said, that was the only episode I watched was with Big Lou. I was hoping Big Lou knocked the mess out of my soul and my chest. And you would not believe this, God. I have not even read your comment yet. And we're saying the same thing. Big Lou Big Lou could have handled up on all three of them. And I don't know where Maurice is coming from. Marlo shouldn't have been coming up on nobody anyway. He should have knocked the heck out of all of them. May said he wanted that life over his family. Now Melanie gave him what he wanted. She sure did. Now he's broke, desperate, losing weight, age 10 years. And she have to help pay his bills sometimes. I know she stopped that though. And his mom had to go back to start working at the hospital again, mopping floors. Because remember, she didn't have to do that no more because he was married to Mel. Now, her son can't take care of her now because he can't even take care of himself. Good point, Nene. Nene said, I got some brothers and nephews that don't play. Oh, my Lord. I tell you, you just invite your brothers and your nephews up there and say, come go with me. And you ain't even got to say nothing. When you invite your family, a men family with you, you ain't got to say nothing. Somebody like Martell come popping up and come saying something, or Marlo or Maurice. Because they real men, they know how to take care of them. You ain't got to say, get him or nothing. The minute he go popping off, he'll be knocked off, knocked on the floor. Okay, guys, remember I said I'm going to make sure we get out of here before 7, or 7 Central Time. It's 6:43 Eastern Standard Time. And then if you're behind Central, then you're just 5:43. But I do want to give a shout out to all the people. And you, please, before we finish, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Well, go ahead and hit that notification bell and that thumbs up for me so I can. Nene, Martell was always a what are you going to say? Narcissistic behavior, food, or snake, or a queen, or something. Go ahead, say it, Pepper. You can say it. It's okay. Everything is alleged and just our opinion only. Just stay with YouTube rules and regulations. Okay. Let me see. Okay, going over to what is this? The civil. Okay. Let me just thank you, Nene, for coming. I do want to say thank you for all the content creators in the house. Thank you for all the bloggers that are here. Thank you for everybody for showing up. I enjoyed being here with you all, and you all just made my day. Okay. And make sure you all go over to, we do have some people in here that's just starting out. If you're just you just started your channel and you haven't hit your goal yet, put a 1 in the chat so I can give you a shout out so everybody can know who you are so they can go over to your channel and they can go ahead and subscribe because it doesn't cost nothing to subscribe. Go ahead and watch a couple, and you can put their video, put it on replay, where after it plays one, it'll go right to the next one. I had people do that for me, family members. And so Renata D. Elliott said, have a blessed evening, everyone. And I commend everybody, give me my flowers before you leave, or my cards. Just go ahead and shower me with my flowers. You know I can't sing, but I try. Thank you all for showing up. Thank God, May, Renata D. Elliott. Thank you all. Renata D. Elliott. I always said it wrong, but I'm so sorry. Barbara O. Thank you. Kathy Crew. Thank you for showing up in the Pink House. Geeky Girls Journal. Also, thank you guys for being here today. Design and Decor. At Design and Decor, I didn't see you come up at all. I would love to have you up, or some of y'all. Tish K10, thank you guys. And make sure we're, like I said, we was going to get out of here by 7. Phyllis, let me see. Phyllis Crawford, thank you guys. Thank you. And Linda Gamble, thank you for coming. Linda Gamble, I can always be happy to see Linda Gamble. And so season 2, thank you so much for joining the panel and everything. And you did a wonderful job. Candace Hare, thank you so much for showing up. She's a great supporter as well. Like Linda Gamble and the rest of you all guys. I just love you so much. And let me make sure I don't miss anybody. Pertitious, I always have trouble saying that. Thank you. They are in great support. Yes. What is this? Flora Hook, thank you so much for showing up today. Miss Yvette Bell, thank you so much. Nathan, thank you so much for showing up as well. And I do, guys, thank you all. And y'all have a blessed evening. And I'll see you all. I'm going to do coffee in the morning. And Miss Black Titanic probably going to be here so she can tell you all how the baby shower went. Because, you know, she went to a baby shower this evening. Her daughter is having a baby, and it's going to be a water birth. Yes. I have never been to one. I've never seen one. I would love to be at a water birth. But she is probably going to be with me tomorrow. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you guys. And I love having you all here today. I truly did. I loved it. Don't leave me high and dry. Oh.